Hey y'all, this is Billy from Perma Pastures Farm. Beautiful rainy day. I think we're getting some of the effects of that storm system that was coming through, but that's all good. Folks, just a little side note, that is a fact of business when doing this kind of work. You're gonna have to do it in the rain, you're gonna have to do it in the snow, you're gonna have to do it in some of the most adverse conditions you can imagine, because no matter how bad you feel, and this is addressing a lot of the people that are considering getting into this, some of you old hats already know. Look, you don't get a day off. You don't have the option of saying, yeah, you know what, I'll get it tomorrow. Because all of these guys and gals, these animals of yours, even your plants, they depend on you, okay? So whether you like it or not, get some good rain gear. Personally, I'd rather get wet. Okay, so that's one thing to cover. We're gonna talk about this chicken tractor on steroids, but hey, as a side note, check out this new shirt, y'all. Came from my man, Eric Sider. You can see him right here. Folks, we're gonna be doing a lot of work with him online because he's gonna address a lot of issues that a lot of people hit us up about, and he is far more equipped in some ways, in many ways, to answer your questions. So we're gonna start doing a series on that, but check it out. He's got some awesome shirts. Check it out at his place. This says it all right here, y'all. And this is the definition of permaculture I like, okay? So, he's also got some other shirts too. Michelle's sporting one over there right now, but you can't see it. Maybe we'll cover that a little later. Okay, as this rain picks up, I'm gonna go ahead and put on my hat. So here we are in this chicken tractor on steroid system. It's been revamped. Really didn't take much in terms of retooling, okay? So I know there's a lot of you out there that are wondering how to do that. Now, we've taken our tractor, our chicken tractor, because of its terrain, it's generally kind of like a Justin Rhodes chickshaw design. You'll see that it's distinctly different from the other one. It's got this automatic chicken guard door on it, I believe the name is. And folks, I got to tell you, I love it. We have a review on this I got no complaints at all. No matter the terrain, no matter the weather, this thing works. We also, if you want to know how we built this one, and we did it differently, we also have a link to that. We got spikes in the bottom of it. Because of this terrain, you can't tell it in here, but because of this terrain, we got to make special modifications to be able to make this thing work in this terrain. In addition to the spikes on the front, William came up with this idea where he took a Prusik knot, and he's got basically 2 tent spikes that are holding this thing. If we didn't have this, folks, I'm telling you, this thing flies away. So anyway, we got 28 birds in this system, but this is a 4x6. So you're thinking, okay, if I need a square foot per bird, how is this possibly working? Folks, like I said, I've addressed it before. I don't know who comes up with these numbers. I don't know who says these animals can fit here or fit there. I guarantee you that even though technically I can only get 24 birds in this system, we got 28 in there. And I'm telling you what, we could actually put 32 if I wanted, and they would still be okay. Cool thing about this is no longer do we have to come out at night and do all this stuff. And believe me, this thing is I can't tell you how awesome it is, because think about it, in the summer, do you really want to walk all the way out, 9 o'clock at night, put them in here, hopefully they went in. No, when I can sit there and set this thing up on a timer or any number of applications to get that done. Okay, so I won't talk about that no more. Now, on the inside, we basically did what we did before. I'm not going to open it up right now because one of them's in there laying and I'm not going to disturb them. But anyway, we got a tarp that goes to the bottom. I'd hit up people on Patreon to give me some ideas about that, and we had some wonderful ideas, and thank you so much for that. We thought of everything as far as using a diaper, doing this, doing that. No, we've stuck to the system we currently use, which is basically a tarp that runs alongside the bottom and comes out the other side. And it's working great. The only difference is that I think on Wednesdays, I think we're gonna have to change this thing out. Not a big deal. We take it, dump it out there. It's actually a good thing. Dump it into their compost cage and then put some good bedding in there. Now, as far as the integration, we covered that. All we did was take what was left over from our laying flock. A lot of them we processed. Those were older birds, many of them. We kept a few that were younger and productive, but we stuck them alongside here. The idea being is that we gave them a day to kind of get acquainted. And then at night, of course we couldn't film that. We don't have the ability to film that. At night, we took those birds, clipped their wings. Actually, we took the meat birds, put them into this tractor along with the other birds. When they woke up the next morning, they were integrated. Now, As far as any problems, now you hear, this is another one of those things I'm gonna debunk. People say, not debunking, I'm just saying it's a method we use and it's worked well for us numerous times in the past. Okay, everybody says, well, we got chickens picking on each other. We've done it this way more times than I can even count. And we've never had any problems as long as we got a rooster in there. If we just leave all hens, yeah, there's a little bit of mayhem. But our rooster over here, Persimmon Phil, that you hear in the background, he behaves like the barnyard pimp, y'all. He keeps everything in order. They start acting up, he'll get in the middle of it, straighten it out. And it's worked that way with all of our other roosters as well. But as you can see, they're off and running. They're doing what they do. A lot of these birds that we hatched out are still too young to lay, and they're probably, it all depends. They're at least, let's say, either a couple of weeks to a month out. It all depends. We're in no rush though. Okay, another thing I want to point out in this system as it regarding layers. I got the food out here, y'all. You can't really tell it so much. There's a little bit of, we got corn chips that were wet. We also have rice. I dumped this out here maybe 20 minutes ago, and honestly, they would rather be out here. They just recently jumped over here. By and large, this is where they want to be. They're going to be working these piles in a little bit, but right now they're getting the easy stuff because it's raining. Well, what does that do? Creating all kinds of worms out here. So they have zero interest right now in messing with the food we provided. In fact, yesterday, they didn't even touch it. They were out here getting worms. They beat these piles up real good. We kind of brought them back together. But this is the beauty of this system. Requires no money. So here before long, we'll be producing more eggs than we can possibly eat. We've done, folks, at this point, it's not experimental. Putting the meat birds in this system was experimental. Like I said, there was a time where I was running 3 different chicken tractor on steroids with 3 different breed of bird just to figure out how to do this thing and to do it without having to get outside manure. And this is the best way. So every single day, we put down their feed, whatever they don't eat. I don't care. I didn't pay for it anyway. It's just going to act as nitrogen, and then I'm going to put more carbon on at the end of the day. Repeat the cycle for an entire week till finally we get to the top of this cage, which in this case just happens to be 1.5 yards of material. So that's our goal. If we get a little bit short, not that big a deal, as long as we have a cubic yard of it. So here we are. Michelle's over here helping me, and check this out. This is Eric's other shirt. Says it all, y'all. So hey, thanks a lot, Eric. We want to give another shout out to him for giving us these shirts. Like I said, go check him out. Not only does he have fantastic information, we're going to be doing collaborations with him. He's also got shirts that honestly say it all, exactly what we should be doing. So y'all look at it. I mean, this is tranquility. I mean, this is as close to tranquility as you're ever going to find in the system. And it's only been a couple of days since they've been integrated. Ain't that right, Milk Boy? Hey, Milk Boy. Yeah, there's my dog. He's doing his job, and he's learning how to be an awesome livestock guardian dog. He stays his nights out here. During the day, he has full reign of things. But at night, when they're most active, we make sure until he grows up a little bit more, he's sequestered in there with the sheep, and he loves it. In fact, he enjoys going in there because he knows his job, and he's a fantastic dog, and he's been trained up right. So, folks, there you have it in a nutshell. Only thing to do at this point is that these birds are going to continue to tractor through this landscape. This landscape is such to where we're going to have to make some choices as to whether or not we want to keep going straight, turn the corner, and come back, or wherever else we want to go. It doesn't matter. But the most important thing as far as how we situate this, we got our compost piles here, y'all. And then what do you see over there? In the distance, hey, look at that. Look at that food forest, y'all. That's centropic food forest. Got all kinds of annuals growing up in it, and we got our trees growing up perfectly. And we got an awesome thing that I'll probably cover in the future concerning mycelial growth and what's happening there. But look at that. But the cool thing is that all of our material that we're going to use over there is in very close proximity. I could either put it in buckets, I could put it in a wheelbarrow, I could do all those things. But that's the cool thing about this system, y'all. I mean, we just processed, and go back and watch that video, processed 31 birds out of this system. But think about it. It could be a never-ending loop. I could put another one just like it, keep hatching out eggs, and keep producing my meat for free, keep producing my eggs for free, keep producing my compost for free. Folks, how do you not get excited about that? Even in the rain. I can't think of a better system for those out there, especially in these times. I'm not going to belabor what it is. You know what it is. You go to the grocery store. But in times like that, here we are producing eggs, meat, compost for free. And I'm going to sing this from the mountaintops, and I'm going to beg as many people to give it a shot as possible, especially in these times. So folks, I'm going to get out of here. We got work to do in the rain. And remember, if you don't wake up every day with joy in your heart, if you don't go to sleep at night tired, with joy in your heart, waiting to do it all the next day, then maybe this ain't the lifestyle for you, y'all. It is for us. And we enjoy it. We thank the good Lord for the opportunity to do this. I feel like I'm doing what I think I was put on this planet to do. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. And do that the right way. All right, y'all. So, till next time, remember, a little side note, remember, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Tell everybody else about what we're doing here. Not to aggrandize us, but to aggrandize this sublime design science, and most specifically, this system. And remember, we have that Back to the Land Festival. Get your tickets, y'all. There's only 175 of them. Hope to see you there. You're going to see some cool stuff. You're going to meet some great people. You're going to meet people just like me and a number of others like you. We're all out there doing this stuff. And it's kind of cool to be in the same spot. So remember, get those tickets. Till next time, y'all. This is Billy, the Permaculture Pimp Daddy, where PIMP stands for Permaculture is my passion, because this is my passion. We'll see y'all next time.